maybe lessons were learned. Who knows?
We'll teach someone not to mess with us.
Well, we're not really teaching a lesson because they'll all be
Oh, they'll
dead.
be dead.
So...
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't mind just archiving everything. Fuck, sorry. So yeah, you decided to. I think you decided to like wait the day.
I think we were gonna do a long rest and then go in the morning because there's no point doing a night raid on Batiri. If I remember right, but it was like you've got 5 health.
Yeah, I kept stepping on fire.
I think we've done short rests, though, haven't we?
You definitely did a short rest when Azaka got back, and she came back like at the end of the day, at kind of like maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely. Because I did a short rest and I foolishly used both my hit dice, so I'm on full health. So
yeah,
you probably have reasonably done a short rest. Use at least 1 hit dice.
Okay.
Yeah. So does. Let me just throw you back into Camp Righteous because you are here. Does anyone have anything else they like wanted to do for the evening or the night?
No.
Bring me the fight.
Okay. Wow.
Cool. So everyone's happy taking a long rest once Azaka gets back.
I'm down with that.
Cool. So you spend the second night in Camp Righteous. I have a dice in my room, so I can roll that now.
How will we know it's rolled in secret anyway?
I know. It adds to the atmosphere. But camping at the presumably at the base of the statue around where the feet are, keeping the rain off for the most part. There doesn't appear to be any return raid by the Batiri. The zombies and the skeletons that were called there by the Horn, you don't no more of them approach you, and wildlife tends to kind of keep away from you, or keep away from the statue at least. So you take rest, you wake up, and you begin your 10th day in Chult.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got it. Day 1, Yanzaru. Day 2, beach travel. Day 3, beach travel. Well, no, to highlight what's happened each day. Day 1, you arrived, and you slept at Wakango Tamu's place. Days 2 and 3, you spotted the giant turtle sunbathing and encountered the frost giants on day 3. Day 4, you found the overturned boat with the long dead people in it on the beach. Day 5 was literally just fast traveling into the jungle. There was no encounters. Day 6 was just fast traveling in boat, no encounters. Day 7, you were fast traveling the boat, but there was the pack of flying snakes, which just decided to try and make a meal of you. Day 8, you got to Camp Righteous at the end of the day and took a night's rest there. Day 9 was when the ambush took place, and you spent the day trying to get into the tomb. And this is day 10.
Okay.
Did we find some additional insect repellent at one point? Because I have more than. I think we did, right?
Yeah, in the upturned boat, there were 2 jars. One was the Keoktom's ointment, and one of them was a jar of like 20 uses of insect repellent.
Because I've got 31 written down. I don't know if that can't be right, can it?
Yeah,
If you-
I think
if you
we
had
bought
40.
We bought 2 20s each.
And then we got some more partway through. Okay.
Yeah, so this would be your 10th use of insect repellent, as long as you maintain that you're using it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I completely forgot to keep track.
Me too.
I've got.
Ah well. We have an overabundance, so it's roughly irrelevant.
At the moment, yeah. Once you start getting into like your 2nd month there, I might be like, how much insect repellent you got left, guys?
Yeah. And also, loads, mate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've still got 40 uses.
Okay.
Yeah, so with the with dawn coming and the various like creatures and critters in the forest waking you all up, you awake to see that Azaka is already kind of stood at the ready, and Undril is already kind of pulling her armor on and buckling it up. Like they appear to have both woken up like a little bit earlier than normal.
Suspicious.
Highly sus.
Werewolves.
Oh yeah, that was a thing we were doing, wasn't it?
Yeah, there seems to be there seems to be like some people in the group appear to be convinced that Azaka is
It's a
hiding something, and they believe it's
lycanthropic in nature.
lycanthropic. Yeah, they believe she's a werewolf. Some people do. I don't know if everyone believes that.
I don't.
I'd be interested to know, actually.
I don't care, quite frankly. Quite frankly, my dear, I couldn't give a damn.
Steps onto plane, flies all the way to Oralunga.
Oh, so much wrong.
Palpatine in the background, grimacing.
Okay.
Azaka approaches you all in the morning, says, "Are you all ready to depart? We will take the camp immediately, yes? It should be a little under half a day there."
What? Anyone else have another idea? We could try and die again in that cave.
Yeah, my character just runs headfirst into the statue.
You see like Undril off to one side, and she's like doing shadow boxing and like jumping with her arms up, like she's ready. She is like absolutely ready for a fight.
Okay, let's go then.
We're gonna go and
Okay.
kill some goblins.
Kill some dirty gobbos.
They're Batiri,
Yeah.
actually.
Sorry, yes. you're
Fucking
right.
triggered.
Actually, they're Batiri.
I don't think you understand, okay? This is very important.
They're Batiri until we forget what they're called, and then they're goblins again.
Much better.
So,
Okay.
so it's only about half a day's travel there. So, from now on, I think I'm gonna, after going for a couple of sessions with me rolling for all the random encounters in the secret, and just seeing what people, what happens, and then kind of narrating that. Would players like to try rolling for random encounters themselves?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. We'll say I'll announce who's doing it for the day. Say so. I'll just roll a D5. 1 is Dan, 2 is James, 3 is Sam, 4 is Ed, 5 is Kath. For Ed, you're rolling for the random encounters.
When you say day, I'm assuming you mean real day, not game day.
Could be both. There are for traveling through Chult, you roll 3 times in a given day for a random encounter. 1 in the
Okay.
morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night.
So do you want me to do the morning and afternoon ones then?
So it's just to get to where Azaka's taking you, it's just going to take, for the most part, the morning. So I'd like just 1 random encounter roll.
Yeah. And what dice is it?
It's a d20. Right.
So what 2 mean?
Well, so just so you're all aware, a random encounter is triggered on a 16 or higher.
Okay.
In essence, it's kind of defunct that it's a d20. It could be a d4 with an encounter happening on a 4, but I think d20s are just more fun to roll.
Look at all them sides.
Yeah.
All the
I don't know if you're using the virtual dice option, like so you actually see dice being rolled on the screen.
I'm not, but where is that again?
you took
Let's see.
enable 3D dice.
Go settings.
Yeah, there we go. I was just
and-
rolling one to see it
enable.
happen.
Yeah,
I could have it on as well, I guess.
and that can look quite cool. If you're interested, I don't know, it might be a bit too much for James's PC or
It's-
Sam's laptop.
It's triggering. this, I
Yeah,
guess.
James's peasant PC. What is it? Only a 960, mate.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got that other one. You did all the map for it.
He just rolls a single 6-sided dice and crashes like a blue screens. I can't handle the computational power.
I think I sold my 960 to Matt for more than I bought the 970.
Yeah.
So so Azaka leads you east through the various forests. In
Oh, that dice is still there.
if you click the dice, it'll go away.
Yeah, it just did.
So she kind of leads you down in this direction, through the forest for a good few hours. And as she goes, she warns you and says, the deeper we head into the jungle, the more undead we'll discover as we go. And she just urges more caution, noting that effectively on the south, like everywhere south of the river, there are more undead, effectively.
Okay.
Undril doesn't appear phased by it. She appears to be completely like taken over with the matter at hand. And after about 4 or 5 hours of traveling, you are taken to an area of the forest. Azaka stops you all, and kind of points through a row of brushes and says, "Look there, on the other side of that body of water." And you can see across what is effectively a like a series of shallow, stagnant pools of water. You can see what look like rough hide tents in the distance, and a variety of small cooking fires. So, and you can see Undril is staring at it very intensely. But Azaka turns to you and says, "I believe this is the main camp, but how would you like to attack it?"
How many Batiri do we see?
Make a perception check.
I'd like to join in.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, everyone can make a perception check if they would like.
Hey.
Okay.
21.
Hey.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Perception.
I can't need to.
Oh, so many dice.
So
Fun.
cool.
They're everywhere.
Do you just click them and they go away?
Yeah, if you click them, they should go away. I don't know if it gets rid of all of them or just some of them. I can't remember.
I've, s-
Um,
I've
They
switched
just
mine.
seem to disappear when another one's rolled.
Oh yeah, they do that as well. Yeah. One of the, it's kind of nice as well because you can just glance and see the dice and be like, "Oh, that's the last thing that was rolled." So, so to you, I like to imagine like Scales sees something like in the forest that distracts him, and you're just kind of staring at like some small bird that looks particularly appetizing in like the mid-afternoon sun. Durfrick and Yoka, you stare across and you can see what look like about a dozen small bodies that appear to be milling around in the area. A few of them appear to be crouched by nearby fire. Okrin, like staring off, you can see more detail that these individuals appear to be wearing similarly carved wooden masks, and on one of them in particular, you spot a particularly ornate mask that looks very similar to the ornate mask of the Batiri that led the attack on Camp Righteous, or Camp Righteous when you were there.
Oh, it's the one that got away.
Yeah.
The mask it's
Possibly.
wearing looks similar to that. It could be a different goblin wearing, or different Batiri wearing a similar mask.
It's Batiri, Jack. God.
Well, even if it's not the same one, we know that's a leader, don't we? So.
How geared up for combat do they look? Do they all have their Are they all kind of fully equipped?
A number of some of the ones by the fire appear to be like poking it with kind of the ends of these crude wooden spears with what look like shards of bone strapped to it, or just sharp bits of wood. A number of the ones milling about in the village, they don't appear to be carrying much of anything.
Do any of them have any sort of bows on them?
You don't, but you notice a few pouches that look like they might contain stones, and they appear to have like kind of roughshod slings.
Okay.
Also, as well, kind of like between the village is between you and the village is like the body of water. To the far side of the village, Okran, you see this in particular. There looks like a tree that's kind of been bent down to the ground and tied to the ground.
It's a trap.
Sounds like a trap.
It's just out in the open, pretty much, and it appears to be like bending down towards where all of the various tents are.
Okay. I
Like a
point
big old tree or a young springy tree?
It looks to be quite like a young, fresh tree.
Yeah, I point this all out to the party. It's either a trap or maybe some way of collecting rainwater. What sort of tree is it?
Make a nature check.
Down, I'm not good at these. Oh, never mind.
17. It is a
Wooden tree.
So you've read about trees like these that appear in tropical regions. They are known as Frolunga trees, and they are renowned for having for their bodies being incredibly flexible. And they can be used as traps. For instance, hunters often use them to. They will take the branches of the Frolung tree and affix kind of spikes or shards of metal or glass to them, disguise them with tripwires, and then when people trigger them, they spring back and just embed themselves in the legs or the bodies of whatever creature triggered it. It doesn't appear to be like that, though. It looks like it's kind of out in the open, and it's like bent over the camp.
Okay. Is it maybe what I said, like the thing about the rain, or?
It doesn't. There's like no.
Nothing to collect the rain, so. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Does
Yeah.
it look like
Maybe-
it could be like you could launch something? No.
I mean,
it's fast travel.
Yeah.
Batiri fast travel.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's their sort of like amateur catapults, the inferior siege engine, you know. So
make. I'll say Durfric make a
Wolf check.
investigation check because it's
Oh.
kind of puzzling out like the mechanics of something. 12. Like with the proper setup, you could probably use like one of these trees like as a roughshod catapult just because of how naturally flexible and tensile the wood is.
But it doesn't look like it's set up to be like that in its current state.
I mean, there's no reason it couldn't be.
Okay.
I feel like this may not be important, but can I find out what kind of sap the tree's got on it? Like, are they draining it for something?
Make a nature check. I'll say as well, Okran, you probably know the answer already, where the sap can be used to make kind of natural, like crude forms of natural rubber, like when properly heated and processed. Oscar doesn't know this.
I relay the information to Oscar.
Yes, yes, of course.
Rubber, yes, I see. Very interesting.
Ruba, you say? Yes, I know
Ruba.
Ruba.
We can use this to erase our pencil markings.
They're making shoes to make them run faster. These slippery bastards.
You see like a Baterios go by on a pogo stick.
Okay,
Anyway, can we set fire to arrows and burn their tents?
maybe. I
Do
don't.
any of us have arrows?
I
Oh
don't-
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
do.
I picked up a bow.
I've got javelins.
That's
I
even
can-
better. That's just a big arrow.
The most powerful bow in the world. Me.
First I'll set it on fire, then I'll pick it up.
Oh no!
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to post that. I can just bombard it with those though.
Oh yeah.
If
Yeah,
we want
you
to
can.
fuck with
Good.
them a little bit, just
Okay.
they camp. No,
Yeah, I'm not really that good at range, but I also don't want to go running into a camp being really angry.
Can I ask who was the most perceptive? How many Bateri they see?
that was
I think we saw 12, didn't we?
You saw about a dozen
About
just milling about and
because that's a lot.
sitting by the fire and things like that.
But if we take them by surprise, we can take a lot of those out in one go, and then look to take on the rest. So
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Could
Who
we-
else has got a ranged weapon? Because I've picked up a bow from the Bateri.
Short bow.
I have
Yeah.
I have a range spells that I can use. How
Yep.
we could we? Do you reckon we could try and sneak up close enough to be able to sort of kind of take them by surprise?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was asking.
Did you say there was like a body of water between us and them?
Yeah, effectively
Like,
as
how
like a,
big is it?
it's about like 150 feet across.
Oh shit.
It's
Okay.
like
So we couldn't get them
it's-
from where we are now, but
no, it's like
we'd have to
stagnant water, but
Mm.
that they're using kind of as a nearby water source, and Azaka has taken you to the far side of it so you can see the camp without getting too close because it's like a clear plain with nothing between you and them.
Okay,
Perhaps they use the tree as a bridge or something.
I think we skirt around and just take them by surprise.
Yeah. Seems reasonable.
So their camp is on the other side of like a small lake. You said.
Yeah,
How big is this pond? Sorry.
it's like 150 feet across.
How deep?
Looking in, you can see the bottom, and it appears quite shallow a fair ways there. As it
So-
gets like further into the middle, the water does get deeper. Like you would have to swim.
Deep
You
enough
can't.
to sneak up on them in it.
You could.
Because you've got a
potent-
swim speed, don't you?
Yeah, my swim speed is my move speed, and I can hold my breath for like 30 minutes or something?
Boy.
I think you'd like. I would. If you wanted to approach underwater, I would definitely give you advantage on your stealth check.
Okay. I could do that if, I don't know if you guys want to flank or
Couple
go in
ammo.
2 groups.
Thanks, guy.
Yeah.
I mean, coordinating attack would be.
Just to be on the safe side, Jack, do I know anything about the dangers of aquatic creatures in Childs?
You don't.
Or if I
And-
query if I query that with Azaka?
Azaka would tell you the most dangerous creatures in water would probably be the giant crocodiles.
Can I check for giant crocodiles?
You can make a perception check to see if you see anything in the water.
Can I help him with that?
You can.
Wow, I'm on fire
Wow,
tonight.
that's much better.
Wow.
So between the two of you, you take a minute to like look out in the water. You see like a few small you see some toads and some snakes swimming in the water, and you see a few like shoals of strangely shaped fish. Like one of them looks like it's it kind of looks just like a series of like misshapen joints that kind of like go along in a line. You don't see anything larger than that. You don't see anything larger than yourself. You also get the sense, looking around for a while, that the odds of Batiri setting up a village next to a body of water that would have giant crocodiles in it is probably pretty slim.
Yeah,
That's
I
a good-
suppose it must be reasonably safe, where they wouldn't get water in it all the time.
That's a good shout, actually. Yeah. Okay,
Mm.
so we'll try and skirt round, and you'll go in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like a if you're all going to sneak closer, I would like a perception check from everyone, and that's going to include Undril and Azaka.
Stealth check, right? Just double checking.
Did you say perception?
No, he said
Stealth.
he said perception, but he meant stealth.
I mean, you can make perception checks too because you need to see as you go. Fuck. Yeah, make a stealth check.
Okay,
Check out all my dice.
everyone's just terrible except for Yoka.
Azaka fumbles.
It was all part of my plan to roll badly. You'll see.
So a 10 passes and the group succeeds with 4 out of 6.
Okay, that's
Cool.
good thing. Oh,
So Scales, as you jump in the water, you begin to basically you pull yourself down to the bottom of the pond, and you use like loose rocks and sections of large overgrowing plant matter to like hide your body as you clamber across the bed of the the small pond. The rest of you skirt round various trees on the way in. As you approach the village, all of you can see that the tree that was kind of bent over it, there appears to be a rope that goes from the main one end of the top branch and then goes down into the village somewhere. But you can't quite see where in the village it goes down to. As you approach as well, you can see that there looks to be something like a giant tarpaulin across which the entire village is based on, and in the tarpaulin there appears to be the lengths of about 4 or 5 long tree trunks. As you approach, I will stick you on the page.
yay, a battle map.
Battle map.
Battle map.
So, wait, can you see stuff?
I see nothing.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna pull everyone out as to where you are approaching from. Sorry.
Nani?
Objects and tokens. That's Azaka. That's. Why is Undril's token always coming out tiny? Get scales. A raven. Interestingly, that raven like sticks to the center of each square like quite nicely, which is.
Is that mine? I don't actually have that yet. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
because it's level 3, but I've just done my level.
Is that a raven with a top?
It is.
That's
Yes.
that's my thing.
Nice profile
What a
picture.
gem.
Profile pictures. Pretty good. I quite like it.
Has sight. Has sight. Has sight. Has sight.
Ooh.
And I think the map should be on global illumination. It is.
I can't see anything.
Oh
I
yeah.
can.
I need to make sure you have sight too.
What's
Ah,
strange.
And let me just pull out all of the materia that you see.
So where's the tree? The giant tree that's bent over.
It looks like it's the one to the right of the camp, and you can see.
Oh yeah, you can see the string, the rope tied around. Well, at least I can from my angles, but people
yeah, I can
might
see
not.
It might be because. Yeah, it might be because various tents are in the way.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Don't know. Oh well.
It's like if you follow like the horizontal log, if you follow that right,
How
that's
do you
where the
ping
tree
them
is.
again?
Oh, it's over here. Cool. Yeah, I can see it over here.
Cool.
This thing.
Oh,
Hmm.
What do you have to do to ping?
Just
Uh,
hold
just
it.
Just
click.
hold click.
Oh, hold. Oh yeah, I see.
What fun.
What shapes?
Ooh, that's a lot of them. Although we were level 1 when we fought them last time, so
You are.
no.
It's just a target-rich environment.
Target-rich environment.
And the ones that you can see that have like the weird like slanty-eyed grimacing masks.
You can't
are
say
about-
them.
Oh god. Oh god.
with the yellow skin. They are all about like 1/2 to 1/4 of the size of all of the other Bateri.
One half to one. Oh, it's the younglings. Kill the younglings.
Okay. Oh, they're tiny.
Yeah.
Or are they just small on the official scale?
On the official scale, they are small.
Okay. Can we see the one which has the special mask?
Yeah, that is.
Oh
That's
wow.
that.
Let's
That.
fucking
Oh yeah.
fucking unload on the boy.
Although, as you where is it? Are you gonna like sit and watch for a bit, or are you gonna?
I think we'll wait till Scales is in a position where he's ready to attack. We can see him quite easily, can't we? Oh, actually, no, we can't because he's fucking hiding, isn't he?
He is quite hard to see from your angle. Scales, do you have any way of alerting the other players that you are either running out of oxygen or ready to attack?
Bubbles rising to the surface.
Splashing in the water,
No.
going. "Whoa!"
Verbally.
Sign
Verbally?
language.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
all the
underwater.
sign language we learn.
Good thing we set up a signal beforehand.
Let me just let off my underwater flare.
Wait, why don't you swim to the shore near us and give us like a little thumbs up? And
I
then
can just put a thumbs up out the water.
well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know where to look.
Oh, look where the thumb is, idiot.
If I try and keep an eye out for him, would I spot him? If I actively try to look for him?
If Scales is doing something that would alert anyone who was specifically watching over the area, then yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would say I'm looking out for him. Not in that
I
way because you're horrible. But
Also, so the so around the camp you see like a series of like thinly strung out like wooden bamboo cages. You can't see anything in it. And around it as well, there appears to be these kind of large dirt mounds scattered about the place. But yeah, they're just like about 4 or 5 feet high, like kind of this crude, like rough, like hill.
What does this stuff look? Can I tell what the stuff looks like it's made out of? The green stuff.
Make a nature check.
I don't know.
Or
Not quite sure. Looks like some kind of organic material.
Lovely. Okay, I'm like, are we charging in? Are we waiting for Scales to go? Scales is just still just sat in the water.
I
You
think
go
like
first,
Oh.
because I've got sneak attack, so I'm best when someone else is engaging first.
yeah, I think like the ranged people should engage first, and then melee people rush into the side, and then you can go and backstab.
Does sneak attack only work if someone's engaged in melee?
It also works if you have advantage on the target.
Oh, so a
which
surprise
one is having
attack.
Surprise.
If you have surprise, you have advantage. Yes.
So if we run out of our position, do we get a surprise round?
You will at the moment because they don't see you and you see them.
Okay.
We could try and
Alright.
lure them to the water, couldn't we?
Yeah, I'm just I don't know if there's any way for anyone else to get any attacks in from our current position.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, I'd have to like run a bit, and then I'd still have to chuck a javelin.
You could try and
I could do
stealth,
that.
couldn't
I could, but I mean, they'll see me if I'm just wandering up. Like, just because I'm crouching a bit, they'll still see me.
you are quite short.
I mean, would it be worth me trying to sneak up, like, to here? Oh, I've got my ruler on.
You might have to make.
I need to be a little bit closer
Like
to be in
there.
short bow range.
You'd
Like,
probably.
Because
you
I've got 30-foot movement, so if I could try and sneak up, I mean, if everyone's okay with the idea, like trying to sneak up behind to there, and then I could sprint in and then give something a big old whack.
You might have to make another check there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
if
just
you, if
wondering.
you move if you move closer than where Azaka
Yeah.
is, then you'll have to make another stealth check.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And I don't think it's worth losing everyone else having a surprise round just so I can get in an extra. Well,
Because-
just so I can have a D12 instead of a D6.
At this stage, James, can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Never good rolls.
Like, so it's the rest of you, like, you see where Scales is in the water, and you see like a stream of bubbles like start to come up and appear at the top of the water a little bit.
Okay.
And
Let's-
Scales, you feel like your breath is running out
All right, cool. I mean,
because I don't
Scales,
believe you
Sca-
have water breathing.
I say to Ed we should just attack.
Yeah,
I don't
let's just
believe you
attack.
have water breathing.
No, I don't think I have water. I don't think I have.
Just
water.
long.
No, you just have a swim speed. Ain't no
that's-
Triton.
Yeah, and the whole breath thing.
Okay, I taking the surprise round. I walk out. I run out of here to here. I'm just gonna start. Okay, area like.
Yeah.
If
Do
Alright.
you roll initiative?
I would like initiative from everyone. Yes.
Okay. Oh, do you want me to move back if that's the case?
I mean, saving is part of it. So,
Yeah,
alright,
I'm-
I'll add people.
Oh wait, hold on. Now I can.
Do you
Oh
like,
wow.
do you
Yes, I
right
mean-
click your token then
If you just click it, it should be selected.
just roll initiative normally?
Oh, I've already rolled it for because I
I already added for you. Do Azaka. Oh man, Azaka crits as well.
Nice.
boom.
Do you want to roll for Undrill, Dan?
Yeah.
Because
Just
Undrill's just going in. She is just going in.
She's going hamburgers. How do I do it after
If you
clicking
just
on her?
if you click and then go to her thing and then you click her
Oh.
name, it should roll.
Oh, priest.
How do I add myself to the turn order?
I mean,
just
I already
click-
rolled for earlier, but
if you just click your token and then click initiative. Oh, if
I
you.
roll it again. Okay.
That's right. I'll.
I roll. Yeah, earlier I did a just. Oh, did I roll intelligence? Okay, ignore that then. I rolled wrong.
20.
Nice.
Okay. So everyone's on there. So
I'm actually going last, despite the fact that I was the first person to say it. I'm going in.
Wait,
I'm going in. No, you're not.
what, you
Yeah.
rolled a net one?
Yeah, 'cause your mod's
no,
higher.
because your mod's higher. Yeah,
Sick.
can't critically fail on initiative.
So at this point, Azaka is just going to run to here to get a clear shot, and she is going to heft a longbow, and you see her firing first and foremost at the masked Batiri. 22 hits,
Good thing she had advantage.
and the arrow slams into the creature and immediately just goes spinning. Durfric.
Okay. Right. Wait, how much movement? I've got
Oh
30.
wait, he gets 2 longbow attacks, so
Oh shit.
the 18 hits as well. So there's 19 points of piercing damage
That's pretty high.
with a 7 and an 8 on her damage rolls.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Were they both against the one with the special mask?
yeah. So you watch as 2 arrows just like fly and sink into the creature. It stumbles and appears to be already grievously wounded.
Okay, cool. I might try and polish that off then. Is it possible for me to move here? I've got 30 feet.
Yeah, if that's 30
Movement.
feet, go for it.
Cool. Let's move that chap there. And I'm gonna hurl a javelin at the same one as well.
Go for it.
So, raging first as
Okay.
well.
Yeah, run up, rage, throw. I'll get the music on. here as
Boom.
well.
Fucking
Was that a crit?
Yeah.
Nat 20. Yep, nice one.
Cool. What's the damage?
Hot damn.
So, slashing?
It's piercing.
Why is it put? Did I put slash piercing? Oh, I did the wrong one on the rage one. It's piercing.
That's right.
I'll change that now.
So as you run out, the fire of rage in your eyes, you recognize the one from previously that you had a standoffish encounter with, and you nearly
It's the same
killed. But because you like the last fight, you crit them, and they swapped themselves with another goblin as you crit them,
Mm-hmm.
and you just carved that goblin in half. That doesn't happen the second time, and you watch as like the mask is splintered as two as the javelin just like slams into the center of it, and it just falls to the ground as a limp mess.
Grrr.
I'm
Cool.
in anger. All right.
I will.
Down.
Right. Yeah, that's is that you?
Yeah, that's me done. I can't do anything else. That's movement.
Scales.
I'm going to move forward a bit. And I'm going to. Hold on, let me see how far away that guy is. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to shoot my short bow at that guy up there.
Which one's right? Oh yeah, yeah.
and This guy.
Go for it. Have advantage. 21
Nice.
hits.
Yeah.
3, and then sneak attack.
Oh yeah, it's plus a d6, isn't it?
Yeah, a level 2. I can't remember if that's
It's just D6.
I think
still.
it's still.
This is a D6. I think it goes up every odd level.
Oh, it might be something like that. But so you crawl out of the water, down on your your claws and legs, sit up, draw your bow, knock the arrow, fire it, sinks into the Batiri's throat and just slams it to the side. You watch as the little one, should be about that size, besides it just like makes like a large squeaking sound and just turns towards it and just starts like trying to rouse it.
Oh no.
Heroes.
Come on, Papa. Wake up, Dad.
Can I use my
It's like that
cunning
scene from the.
action
It's
to
like
try
that
hide
scene from The Lion King where he's like, "Wake up, Dad."
Father! Move, priest!
Right, well,
Can I use my cunning action to try hide?
yeah, you can try and hide in the water.
Right, we'll do that.
Smart.
13, okay. Cool. That's your turn. It is Undril's turn.
Oh, that's wow. Okay. Where is
Because
she?
apparently everyone else rolled 5 on their initiative.
Yeah, I was just like, but she rolls an 8. How can it be her turn already? Okay. Oh, nothing's in range of her things. Okay. Going to move her as far forward as I can.
Mhm.
So over there.
Okay.
And I think gonna make one of the younglings do a deck save. For
Oh. Okay. So
that could go one way or the other. They might have really good dexterity or really bad. I'm not
so fire in her
for
eyes. There is
what's it called?
a burst of white hot light at the location, and
Wow.
natural 19 on the deck save. It's weird.
Because it's a save.
I've always been kind of the opinion that like on surprise rounds that creatures have disadvantage on their saving throws if they're surprised. I don't know if that's too
That make-
stupidly.
I mean, it makes sense since you don't get advantage on the attack, but
Like it's weird.
They
Like it's
get-
weird to me that like it's easier for you to hit them, but they're completely fine as far as like avoiding things goes. So, I like to house rule that if you're surprised, you have disadvantage on your saving throws. At
That
least
makes-
like dexterity, strength, maybe con saving throws like wisdom, charisma, and intelligence are probably fine because
that makes-
like those things are always on. You don't like stop thinking.
Perhaps you
That's
do.
what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what was that?
Operant just becomes a vegetable unless he's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will say roll damage.
Okay.
Hot damn.
So you watch as the small goblin. You watch as the mask erupts in a column of white hot radiant energy, and it just screams and runs around in a circle
Oh.
once before collapsing.
She says, "You deserve that." Maybe. I don't know.
I'm doing this because you're a bad person, and that was decided by how you were born.
I killed
Lawful
them all
good.
of them. But it wasn't just the men; it was the women and the children too.
So I think Yoka has the highest dex bonus of the three of you with 5 initiative with a 4. So Yoka, it is your turn.
Cool. Walk as far as I can go. Is there one behind me?
Well, why don't you just walk and find out? But you don't have to walk your entire movement in one go. You're like she's got the ruler and she's like, what's the maximum? Don't let me discover what's there first. Let me run to this specific point without looking at anything else.
Fine. I will stand here and hold an action until they come at me.
Okay.
Come at me, bro. They just
I got my rapier.
they just all pull out their short swords and look at you like.
Okay. Oscar.
I'm going to move to here. And then I'm going to. Can I hit that one?
Which one?
Yes. Yeah, I can hit my short bow, can't I?
Wow, we are
Yep.
really targeting the
Take out
younglings,
the
right?
children.
Demoralize the elders.
Trying to
First
cause some
we-
emotion.
We destroy their future.
We may die, but they will still be
Yeah.
very sad.
What
Can
are we
Can we
fighting
deal
for?
psychic damage with all this child murdering psychic damage?
I feel like they might be more inclined to fight you if you're targeting the children first.
It'll go one way or the
Yeah.
other. They'll either be so sad they'll just
Kill
curl up and die,
themselves.
or they'll just enter a battle rage and
Uh,
go really
Not
bad.
only do I hit
That
the
hits,
child,
by the way.
that- is that a crit?
That's not a crit, no.
No, it's plus 9.
So like the arrow just like slams the child in the chest and just is driven straight through. You can see the point of the tip of it protruding from the creature's back, and it just slumps forward onto the floor.
It's crazy bones got all over everywhere.
Oh dear.
My
It
homework.
It drops its Beyblade.
yes, good. I'm gonna kill you,
Digimon
kid.
cards go scattering.
You're not the first child I've killed.
You won't be the last.
Okrin?
Okrin at this point is just like, oh god.
Just
Okay. I'm not gonna target the younglings. I've already moved. I'll just I'll drop Hex on this one.
Okay.
And I'll kill his daughter.
I'll make it strength because that's the only one that makes sense.
Okay.
And then I'll hit him with an agonizing blast.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I've got advantage, haven't I?
You do.
oh dear.
Ooh. So
Never mind.
the lingering sensation of, are we the bad guys?
Are we the baddies?
It's like looking at the children being like just collapsing to the ground in a bloody heap, and you're like, ooh, and the briefest hesitations just causes the bolt to like fly, just grazing the mask of the creature. It knocks the mask slightly awry, but doesn't hit it dead on.
Okay.
Mama, what's happening, Mama?
And with the last of my movement, I just go stand there. And
Okay.
that's my turn.
Okay. At the start of initiative, the Batiri,
Hot damn.
whew,
And the younglings.
Darn.
they clearly don't like what's going on.
Oh, why not?
Let us murder.
Just die for us, please. Okie dokie. So
Grab
they're
stab.
They're not younglings, guys.
Oh no. Shall we kill the younglings?
so at the start of initiative, Frick, you're up.
Oh, me first. Oh, do we alternate if it's the same? Okay. Okay.
It's kind of you and Azaka at the same time, since you have the same dex bonus. But
Okay.
go first.
Okay. Would it be possible to run up to the guy I just threw a javelin at, take it out, and then throw it at someone else?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say that would be your action.
Okay. So I'll run up to there.
All these children with the
Run
same
up.
spear.
As you run up as well, even in your blind rage, you can see that the length of rope that's attached to the tree that's bent over the camp, it goes down into the center of the camp, and then it appears to split out into 8 distinct directions around the camp.
But not like I'm assuming is it in line with the logs?
It does appear to be, yes.
But it's not connected to the logs.
Running up, make a perception check
Okay.
while you're raging.
Raging perception.
You can see you can see that it does appear to be like tied around the length of each of the logs.
Strange.
Running up as well, you can tell that the logs appear to be made of the same type of wood as like the bent over tree.
It's some sort of giant trap. Let's just try and.
It's a mega trap. I should probably not be where I am. I don't care though. So-
Let's cut the ropes.
It's still a catapult. It's just something that lets them relocate their entire camp in one go.
Oh god, actually.
It slings the entire camp halfway across the jungle.
Let's get ready to move, guys. Right.
Let's burn it.
Yeah, can I throw my javelin at this guy? Actually, that guy.
Go for it.
Okay.
22 hits.
Boom. What?
So you watch as the javelin just like you like let it loose and it just like effectively hole in ones like the throat of the creature and just passes straight through.
Wow. That's
You watch
my
as it
turn.
like rips the mask off its face and starts just scrabbling at its throat as blood just goes and, like just pouring out.
Another child dead.
No, I didn't target a youngling.
They're not younglings, guys. They're grab stabs.
I don't like that name.
Neither do I.
I probably shouldn't be near any of these things which like to grab and stab, should I?
It's just like work, Dan.
Yeah, oddly. Okay.
Okay. So Azaka. She is going to draw her longbow and take a shot kind of just over Durfrick's head towards the goblin she can see. Actually, she'll reposition a little bit first and fire directly into the center of the camp at this guy. With a that misses and that hits. It takes 6 points of piercing damage. Not quite lethal. It's now the Batiri.
Thank
So-
God I'm raging.
So, one sec, let me.
There's still at least 8 of.
1d8. Okay, cool. So, you watch as these ones run in, seeing their friend being dead. This one's gonna dash straight to you, use all its movement.
Okay.
The two that go over there are going to. You see them pulling something out and whipping it round, and they're just going to do. Oh, sorry, I need to set this up real quick.
I wonder if something's going to happen with that big green tarp.
Well, there's a lot of them in there. Well, it'll either get them all to safety and I'll be eaten.
No, they're trapped in there with you.
You're right. If that happens,
It's
then
not
I'm going
very
to
long.
break the game and just say I spin around a lot.
So they swing round and hurl 2 small stones at you. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
you take
armor class is 15.
Okay, so you take 6 points of bludgeoning, reduced to 3. This one's gonna do a full dash to you. These ones are gonna do full dashes to you.
Oh, I really wish
no.
cleave was a thing.
That's not even a full dash. Sorry, that's just a
It's full movement.
to run. Yeah. So 1 scimitar, 2 scimitars.
One of them hits.
Okay, you take 3 points of slashing damage. Um,
Mhm.
This one's gonna run here, and it is because it's been hit by Okrin. It's gonna hurl a sling at him with disadvantage, or hurl a rock from a sling.
You just
Uh,
keep swinging the sling at it.
8
It's
misses.
not. Why is that a disadvantage? Oh yeah.
It's 'cause
Oh.
it's
Well, it looks really close on my screen, but it's actually really far away. No, okay, that's fine.
Those
This one's
materia are
gonna-
small.
This one's gonna run up here and sling Durfric.
Again, 15,
Yeah.
that'll hit. So that's 2 damage.
And you watch as from within the tents there is a series of all these like high-pitched screeching noises and wailing, and loads and loads of the little ones just begin to emerge.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's kill some children.
Most of them appear to just be scattering away.
Oh good.
Ah, you cowards! You.
God, I
you
thought I was
young
about. I
They
thought I was
won't
about to get the
escape.
highest kill count arms of Hadar ever. Just running like, poof! All the younglings like. Ah!
Oh yeah, these ones.
Children.
Master Anakin, we heard shouting.
Okay. In fact, yeah. So yeah, they're gonna run over there. Cool. Scales.
Help me.
No, don't.
How low are you?
We'll see.
Well, I've got 17 hit points, so I'm probably better than most people normally, but you know.
I will fire a bow shot at this guy.
Okay. Go for it. There. You. Okay, with the
Oh, dear.
you miss, unfortunately. Okay. You gonna do anything else?
Hide.
Go for it. Make a stealth check. 23. Nice.
Nice.
You feel like Kraut come up from the water, take a shot, and then just go down again. So you watch as from within one of the huts, a kind of a rough hide cover is thrown to the side, and you watch as out comes hobbling what looks like a gnarled old woman with goblinoid features.
Holy mother!
Haha.
She's going to she kind of hobbles out, sees the children, and you hear like dead, and you hear this unearthly screech from her, and she looking around she's gonna
Oh,
make
dear.
a
This AOE looks pretty tasty right here.
quick just
She's scared to get
Does
a
no.
She's like,
10.
oh, yep, I'm
does
better.
too much.
Fuck these
I'll
boys
kill
up.
you like I killed your children.
No.
Oh, she is going to cast.
Oh.
Where is it?
Circle of death.
Okay, she's going to. Sorry, one sec. What's her casting stat? It is. Oh, it's charisma, weirdly enough. And it's not set up properly, so. So you watch as she reaches out a finger and points it towards you, Durfric, and
No, she
this
doesn't.
pale green ray of energy just fires out. As you're engaged in like what appears to just be a horribly chaotic melee, the beam just kind of fires wide and misses you, where it strikes. It kind of like strikes a nearby patch of grass, and you watch as all of the grass in the area immediately just begins to wither and die.
Oh no.
Don't get hit by
It is Undril's turn.
Good advice.
that. Safe.
Okay. So how? Okay. She runs up to there and uses level 1 Divine Eminence, which is magical. Well, next magical hit is an extra 3d6 radiant damage. So
Okay.
it's gonna be strength. Probably gonna roll like a 3 or something. Oh, thank God the 20 came first.
Oof. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
I just rolled strength. I didn't do the right. Same as it is anyway.
Yeah.
So should I just roll 4d6 in chat then? Because I haven't rolled it.
Well, I mean, is that like a crit then?
Well, yeah, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
But I rolled strength. I forgot to. I didn't click on mace. I clicked on strength by accident.
Okay. Just.
So it would actually be 22.
I think the minimum possible damage you can do overkills it by like half its health pool.
Okay, so let's just.
So
Okay.
like in a fury of clanking armor, and Drill just like sprints forward, slams down a mace on a Batiri that's like trying to like jab you with like a short bony spear in the back of the shins, and you watch as the head just collapses into the chest, which just collapses into the legs, and it is basically just slammed into the floor. And
Another dead child.
yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
I mean, these are the grown-up ones. It's fine. You don't have to feel bad about killing these ones.
It's like in cartoons when something gets like slammed and they become like an accordion, except it's horribly grotesque. It's not a cartoon at all.
Next, you're gonna have Batiri in
Instead of
wheelchairs
accordion
with
noises,
red
it's
socks
just broken bones and like
Yeah.
torn flesh.
What's going on?
Yeah, its muscles are desperately trying to flex against like broken bones, and it's just not standing up.
Wait, my children! What happened to my children? So then I'm covered in blood.
Oh, we are bad people.
Um,
Okay.
okay,
I
Cool.
Is it my turn?
it is, yes.
Okay, I just try and blah blah
Oh
blah
wait,
blah.
would it be? Is it Yoka first? I don't know. I feel like that's the wrong way
I think the turn order's just randomizing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's because
It's
I
as they roll for it.
reordered it, and then it just does it by order of roll. So I think it is
It's-
Yoka first.
It's
Yeah.
actually Yoka, Oscar, then me.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
Hey.
Alright, okay, I'm gonna walk up.
Hmm?
Stay.
Okay.
Wait, where's my
Oh,
stuff? That hit?
17 does hit.
Nice.
At this stage, you kind of know you're trying to beat a 15.
Oh,
cool.
10 piercing, like the rapier just slams into the creature's chests, snapping the mask, and it just collapses.
Cool.
God damn.
Okay. Oscar.
The old woman is kind of blocked, isn't she? I can't really shoot her.
She's what, sorry?
She's blocked, isn't she? Like I can't shoot her because there's things in the way, right?
Well, all those Batiri and Durfric are quite short, and you're a normal height, so you can just kind of fire over their heads if you wanted to.
I will attempt that. Yeah. Can I also shout while I'm doing it to get her attention that I've killed your children?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, take the attention away from me.
That's a great way to get yourself blighted. I don't think they speak common though, so you're fine.
I just wanted her to know. Oh, fuck you,
I want her to know it was me.
I like to. So imagine that you scream, "I killed your children!" and you fire an arrow at her, and the arrow just like curves off to the side and embeds itself in another dead child.
I meant to do that.
There's none in line.
It just like it curves in the air just to make it happen.
Just hits this one here.
Yeah. Okay. Are you gonna move?
I don't want to get in this giant Venus flytrap, so I'm just gonna
Oh,
loiter with a bow for a bit.
Okay.
That's me then.
Okrin.
Yeah, I just do as I said, and I shoot this guy here.
Go for it.
Oh wow, just unlucky today.
10. Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow.
He is wise to you and is just like bobbing and weaving.
Okay, I'll use my. How tall is this rock here?
About 4 feet.
Okay, I just run over here and crouch behind it then.
Okay, I'll say that gives you half cover.
Nice.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Cool. The freak.
Okay. Cleaving's not really a thing, is it? Like if I did a sort of a side sweep.
No, there are. For that, we would have to swap to 4th edition, where there's like great combat mechanic rules in 4th edition. I really want to play it just for the combat at some point, but
You
if
need-
you are,
But then if you want to do an encounter of like 4 people, you need about 10 hours to do it. So. Okay.
it can be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just attack the one that's sort of up and to the left. Then this one.
Go for it.
With my great axe.
Alrighty.
Hopefully not.
Oh no.
I'm not assuming that's reckless because you didn't say.
No. There's too many things around for me to risk reckless for now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Azaka. She is going to. She's very much of the mind. Has the mindset very much of prioritize what looks like the scariest thing. And she's going to take 2 shots at the older
Oh,
goblin
jeez.
matron, and neither hit. Because sadly, they both would hit otherwise, but no.
Can they both hit their children instead?
Sadly, not with a 7.
Ah.
So the Bateri are going to run in. I think so. I think one attack on Yoka. Wait, no, that's Zaka. With a scimitar. Swing. Take 4 points of slashing damage. 2 attacks on Durfrick with the bone spears.
Oh, those don't sound good. 1 hit.
4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 1 attack on Undril with the bone spear and 1 attack on her with the scimitar.
Okay.
The 21 hits, I think. The 10 doesn't.
Yeah, she's only got 13. So
Is it 30? She should have more because she's got
it doesn't say she has a shield, but shall we assume she does?
She does have a shield, yeah. You might because in the last encounter she didn't.
Yeah.
She was caught unawares. She wasn't in armor.
Whereas this can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think her AC is 15.
Let's say 15 then.
Um,
Okay, but either way, it wouldn't make a difference to that.
So you watch as a number of the tiny ones begin to they pile on and around like the large mounds of earth and dirt, and oh, that one just got big by accident. You see as they start to like frantically dig into the earth.
Digging their own graves.
And that's their turn.
Oh, this one didn't do it. Did this one do anything?
Oh yeah, sorry. That one actually,
Why?
it
Literally Hitler.
I think at this point, it's developed kind of a vendetta against Okrin, so he's going to run up and he's going to make. You have half cover, so I think that's +5 to AC, but it's going to try and hurl another sling stone at you.
It's got a roll of 22, so
It doesn't hit.
I'll get you next round.
That's all the materia. Scales.
I will shoot an arrow at this guy.
Go for it. 10. Fortunately, oh wait, no, sorry. With your 23 stealth check last round, you do have advantage because they don't see you.
Cool.
So 20 does hit. 10 piercing, and even without the sneak attack damage, like the arrow just like.
That is with sneak attack.
Oh, that is with sneak attack.
I made another version of it so it automatically sneak.
Oh, cool. I like it. So yeah, you watch as the arrow like slams into that one. He's like thrown to the side, bumps into his comrade, and just collapses to the ground.
Damn. Scales on a fucking roll. Just killing Bateri. Left, right, and center.
Oh,
Is
I'll
the
hide again as well.
go for it. Whew. You just. It looks like. I like you've got like this huge like lily pad that you're just like sitting under, and occasionally like like a bump appears in the lily pad, and you just like see like 2 small glowing eyes, and then a bolt just goes out of it, and then the bump disappears. Okay, she is going to. Ooh. She is. I know it would be metagaming to say I know she's not going to do this thing because it wouldn't work, but this is genuinely what grab stab would do, where she reaches out and she begins to whisper like in this harsh hoarse tongue, like these short sharp syllables, and you watch as over Durfrick's head this kind of black light appears, and you watch as these dark tendrils of light begin to curl around and produce thorny vines that kind of just float over his head in this rough crown. And you just make a wisdom saving throw.
Here comes that crown of madness, dope.
Curse.
So you would be afflicted by Crown of Madness, but I believe that as you're raging, you're immune to charm effects.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Well,
Hot diggity damn.
too spooky.
I need to double check that, but
Too angry to be mad.
I mean, it might just mean that he has advantage.
oh, it might be like the frenzied rage thing that does that.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with being
Oh, I don't know where I got the idea from. Oh, I think it's
frenzied rage, maybe.
restless rage. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of rage that just makes charm effects end.
Yeah, mindless rage at level 6 for the berserker. You can't be charmed or frightened while raging.
That's it. I got that wrong with Joe in Curse of Strahd then as well.
Yeah,
Because
I
when he
know.
raged versus the wolves, Strahd's mind control shouldn't have worn off. But I think it's fine if it does. It's a high power game. Okay, so Durfrick, you are afflicted by Crown of Madness.
Yikes.
And that's a fun spell for me. So one humanoid of your choice you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and madness glows in its eyes. I think your eyes were kind of glowing like that anyway.
Extra quick.
Yeah. The charm target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if no creature or none are within its reach. On the subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell ends. Also, the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the spell ends. But Durfrick, you are charmed. And she's gonna run back. Undril. Go for it. I think you're muted, Dan.
No, I'm not.
No, you.
Okay, what you got? Do you know the range on hold purse? Oh, it's here, 60 foot.
I believe it's 60 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Person, the dwarf.
That's what I'm thinking. Would she potentially recognise the spell Crown of Thorn or whatever Crown of Madness or whatever it is? Might it be something she recognises as a bad thing?
Oh, yeah,
It's not on the cleric spell list, but I'll say
No.
make an Arcana check for her, which would just be
Just
intelligence.
be intelligence,
not
right?
proficient. You're trying to beat a DC 12.
18.
Yeah, she recognizes it.
cool.
Okay.
She knows what it does.
Uh,
For
Questioning-
identifying spells, I just use the baseline. DC is 10 plus spell level.
that's fair.
I'm gonna
Okay.
attack myself.
I will commit
well, I wouldn't.
Sudoku.
Well, I'm just wondering whether to hold person Durfric or to hold person the woman thing.
The thing.
She's Queen
Dang.
Grab Stab.
Yeah.
The
What
grieving
does-
mother.
Does hold person does it mean they can't cast spells and stuff? They're paralyzed, so yeah.
They
I'd
are
imagine.
paralyzed, so they can't cast
They
spells
can't do
with verbal or somatic components.
Okay, so they can't cast spells. That's. I think I'm gonna cast hold person on her.
Okie dokie. Where is?
It's a wisdom saving throw. So that's
Okay.
be DC, I don't know, 13 or something. It's not very good.
Okay. With this goblin's wisdom, it's just a straight roll.
Damn.
Just beats it.
Oh,
Grab Stab, infuriated by the slaughter that is occurring. They're like, it's okay when we do it, but not when people do it to us.
yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah, the spell is resisted.
I think that's all. Because don't let opportunity strike. So
Okie dokie. Yoka.
These still alive?
Yeah.
I'll stab this guy.
There's like dead materia under them.
Yeah, I figured.
oh no, they have the high ground.
21 hits.
Nice. Very nice.
Is 10 plus 2.
12, yeah. So that materia is struck down as well.
Does he look okay?
You look
Well,
round,
I'm
and
I'm probably gonna hit you next turn. So.
well, that's the thing.
Next
What does Durfric look like when he's raging normally?
Oh, he looks pretty miffed.
Angry man.
Eyes look as if they're closed. They're not quite closed. They look like they are normally.
You're doing squinty eyes, like
Well, just to give the extra fear of I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Timmy!
so.
Damn it, Minzy!
So where the eyes are like squinted, you just see these like faint trails of what look like kind of black smoke just pouring out of the sides.
She's not paying attention.
Sorry. Are you paying attention? Okay, well, if I move, I'll get an attack opportunity from this guy. And would Durfric try to attack me as well? Or do I know?
You don't know.
Okay, I'll just stay here.
Oh, okay. Oscar.
Oh dear.
I was antagonizing my cat when you were trying to hold that woman. So, was she successfully held by your spell?
No.
Good. I'm gonna shoot the bitch.
I mean, shooting her doesn't actually end the paralysis.
I wasn't sure if it was like one of those, that bad spell like.
It's not like that. It's not chromatic vision or whatever it's called. I can't. Hypnotic.
Hypnotic
Massage.
pattern.
Yeah, that's what.
No, it's not. It's not a spell where it's the effect is broken by damage.
Nice.
Is that on the queen?
Yes.
Cool. 17 just meets her AC. So that hits 4 points of
Aw.
piercing damage. But she's going to make a concentration check.
Okay.
DC 10 fails. So you watch as like hand reaching out, pointed towards Durfric, muttering some kind of in some dark goblinoid language. Her wording falters as the bolt just like sinks into her shoulder, and the spell on you ends, Durfric.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's Oscar's turn to
Thank
party.
you. Okay.
Okrin.
All right, let's fucking see if I can do this. I step out from cover and I go to hurl a fucking agonizing blast at this guy.
No.
More than a 10. More than a 10.
Yeah.
Go on, go on. 17.
He did
And then-
it!
Yeah, I've never been
There
so
we go.
excited.
Oh, he's
Yay.
obliterated.
Yeah. I think it's like
Extra revenge damage.
it's like when two people in college is having like a no scope fight for a really long time, and eventually one of them's just like "fuck you," and you watch it as like not the full goblet, not the full Batiri head, but like the top half of the Batiri head from like the forehead up is just sheared off.
Okay, cool. And then with the rest of my movement, I will wait. Hang on. Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. And with the rest of my movement, I will go here, and I'll move the cursed to grab stab.
Grab stab. Okay. Okie dokie. Durfric.
Alrighty.
You are not forced to make an attack with advantage against Yoka,
Why would it be with advantage?
because she would make you use Reckless.
Oh, of course.
Naturally.
Naturally. Okay.
I didn't get that off, sadly.
Would have been good.
If only.
Uh, no, I'm still not going to reckless. I'm going to attack this chap there.
Go for it.
Wah, wah. Grumble.
Well, nope, sadly doesn't hit.
I do not. Okay. That's-
Azaka, she seeing that the queen has stopped casting a spell, she's actually going to focus on the little ones. So she's going to shoot the one next to Undril.
Took the little ones.
With a shot that completely just slams into its chest, full on in the body. It collapses, and you watch as like where the small slit for the mouth is in the mask, just like blood begins to erupt out of it. She's then going to shoot the one that's directly behind that one with a 16, and you watch as like she hits that one collapses, and then with the vision she has behind it, she just looses another arrow, which hits the other one in almost the exact same place. Okay. And at this point, she is seeing how the fight's going to go. She's going to start running forward. On the Batiri's turn, you watch so the one remaining Batiri is going to disengage, and it's going to try and run.
Oh, disengaged, didn't it? Boo.
Yeah. You watch as the remaining little ones. That was going to dash over that.
Little ones.
You watch as they use their actions to just frantically dig into these giant mounds of earth that surround the village. And as they're pulling away like loose stones, rubble, and dirt, you see dozens and dozens of these insect-like creatures begin to erupt out of the mud as boo boo boo.
Hmm.
Oh damn.
God damn. Oh no.
What are
How big are they?
They're like individually, the insects aren't that big. They're like the size of your fist, but there's just hundreds of them.
like swarms?
They are in fact
Fist size is pretty big for an insect.
Well, that's a swarm of them.
As in each token is a swarm.
Yeah.
Boo.
Okay. That's
Don't have much get up and go, do they?
Okay. Then we'll click through, and that's all of the little goblins' turns, little things, Bateries. Fuck you, turns.
Yeah.
Scales.
Let's see what's in range.
Let's see if we can arrange that.
I'm gonna move then.
Ugh.
Where was it again? There. And that should put me in short bow range of this guy.
Okay.
I'll roll my sneak attack. Yeah.
Nice.
Hits. And slays.
Yeah.
Slaying it.
Slay.
Fucking
Oh.
like, literally like solid snake, just like coming out from the water, just taking shots, killing like individual Bateri with each shot.
And hiding again.
And yeah, just
I'm in a
Crouching.
boat.
Mm.
Just sinks into the earth.
uh,
Oh, a
I'm in
natural
a-
20 and a natural 1.
so the queen, you watch as she runs over to here,
Oh no.
and she's going to make a scimitar attack against what looks like a piece of vine. And you watch as she just like the scimitar slams into it, and it starts to cut away or something.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
I see. Okay, Undril, I think she's going to use full movement and action. Actually, can she get all the way across in that? No. To skirt around the outside, to run around the outside and try and get to wherever she is without running across.
Okay.
Where could she get to? 20. So I think she'll get there. To use it. Oh.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There potentially, I think.
Yeah, it was around there for sure. Oh, I can't see
Alright.
any.
Alright.
I can't see where I've put her, so
Oh, you can't?
no, because it's not changed my line of sight.
Oh, I see, because the tent's in
I've
the
dropped.
way.
Yeah.
Alright. That's
Okay.
fine. I'll give her line of sight.
Cheers. Thank you all.
Yoka.
I'm looking to see if anyone else is alive, but
It's just that
There
woman in the swarms.
is like the old haggard Batiri woman. There are like all of the children digging away at these like mounds of earth, and there are just like hundreds of these swarms of insects like erupting from them.
I'm gonna follow 100 I'll stay there and hold an action just in case I get attacked.
Okay. Do Oscar.
Come on. He hasn't got his headphones in.
Oh, he's putting headphones in.
Oh my
Hello,
god.
what? Sorry.
How sweet. It's your
Hey.
turn.
Oh, right. Sorry about that.
I will. I'll move to try and get that witch. I'm not going to step in the green circle though.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not right. That's not me. and then I'm gonna try and hit her with my bow.
Alright. You can't actually see her, I think. from
Okay.
where you're stood.
Does the tent not block your line of sight?
Yeah, if you had moved instead one square lower, you probably could.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I've completed my movement though, so I can't move again.
You can
Yeah.
move again.
Is that alright?
As long
Okay.
as you don't like move 30 feet from your original position.
Yeah.
No.
So, like, at that point, you're, like, clambering up onto a mound of earth.
Okay. Hopefully there's no insects in it.
You don't know.
You mean like those other identical mounds of earth over there?
Better dig through it to make sure it's not.
I don't see a connection down. Yeah,
22 hits.
fuck you, witch. Yeah.
9 points of damage. Arrow sinks into the goblinoid woman's back as she's hacking away at something. Okrin.
Yeah. So I move here on my turn, and then I'll fire an agonizing blast at the old lady.
You can do it.
Go for it.
Bring her down!
Shoot her. Ooh. You've been really unlucky. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's me, hey.
Coming back to hunt you.
So you watch as on their
The
turn.
bees.
Well, you watch as like all of the insects just start skittering towards you all, ignoring the Batiri children. And they are gonna do a what's their movement?
We're wearing bow propellant.
True.
That's a full dash. That's a full dash.
Oh, let's trap the bugs in the
That's
tarp.
a full dash. That's a full dash. And as they like skitter towards you, you see that like it's not like a large array of different types of insects. It appears that almost all of them appear to be like these giant, giant red and black ants.
Those don't sound good.
It is Azaka's turn. Azaka. I like saying it that way. Azaka. She's going to run down to here, and she's going to take 2 shots against Grab Stab. Ping. Oh, another crit. Ping a hit. So that's 11 plus 8. That's 19 points of damage, and the old woman appears to be grievously wounded by the blow. Falls to one knee for a second. As 2 arrows just slam into her back. Durfric.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to use full dash. Could I get there without provoking opportunity attack, or would that?
That would provoke an opportunity attack from the insects. From the
Okay.
ants.
Could I go there then?
You could.
But do you
what can I
want
do?
to?
But do I want to? Just in my head, it seems that throwing a javelin or swiping an axe at a swarm of insects isn't going to do much. But
Which Metal Gear was it where Revolver Ocelot is fighting the bees and he's just spinning his revolvers around his fingers to swat all these bees out of the air?
God.
You could always fight the ants that are closest to you.
yeah, I'm not going to stay in the tarp.
Why?
Especially
Punch the ant.
because there's someone hacking at the thing which is attached to it.
Maybe something bad will happen to
Maybe it's going to be like
the...
I think it's going to be the end of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I think there's a spaceship under this. So
No, you know what it is. She's gonna lift up the tarp, and there's just gonna be like hundreds of those swarms of insects.
oh no. Don't stop being
No, sure.
accurate.
No, she'll lift up the tarp and the soul mongol will just be there. You'll be
Guys,
like,
this is
"Oh,
the end of the campaign.
it was here."
Okay.
Man, imagine if we had just not come here. Never would have found it.
Silver Tusk is just winking at the party like.
Wank. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move here and throw a javelin at the swarm of insects closest to me.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Boop.
18 hits, yeah.
Nice.
And
That's good.
so you watch as the javelin just like it plows into one and then just slams into the ground at like a very low angle, just driving through about half a dozen to a dozen of the insects.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Nice. That's my turn.
With that done, the Batiri children are continuing to flee.
We'll hunt you to the edges of the earth.
What are you, children?
We have an artifact to find, but these children.
These children who stayed here and we slaughtered whilst they were sleeping.
The only other time I played D&D with Jack, we also killed a child.
Well,
That wasn't you, that was just me.
Dan explicitly stabbed Kevin from Home Alone in the throat, killing him
Yeah.
instantly.
Natasha was really angry.
In all fairness, I don't like Home Alone, so yeah.
Now every time you watch that film, you just think of stabbing Kevin in the throat.
I have something good to think about. So.
Yeah.
You see that kid? I killed him.
Yeah. But with that, Scales, it's your turn.
Yeah, I can shoot a bow shot at that insect swarm from here.
You can.
Surprise bow shot. Do I have advantage from being stealthed?
I'll say like you could probably hide in the water, but you can't hide in the open so easily.
I got a crit on stealth, didn't I?
I'll say for that you can hide behind one of the boats and take a shot.
Or the
Okay.
mound.
Oh yeah, you are actually no. The mound is technically in the way.
Hmm. Do I need to get up onto the mound?
You get up onto the mound or go around it, either one.
I suppose you could peek around the side of the mound, just go. "Oh."
Can I move over to this bush kind of area?
You can.
I
will
would
do
call it
that.
George.
And then I'll shoot the bow. Oh, I did shoot the bow, but
18 does hit, and 13 points of piercing damage as a number of the insects are just like killed. Alright. A number.
that's a snack for later.
So it's the Queen's turn, and unless you want to hide at the end of your turn again, you can hide in the bush, I think.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Or at least I'll try. Not this time.
It's like you dive for the bush, but you just judge it by about a foot and just slide along the ground on the floor like, fuck. Queen is going to hack at a mysterious vine again. And what is the... I need to check the AC of the vine.
With a 9. With a 9.
What is it? Like, it's
Did
a
it dodge
hefty...
out the way?
It's a hefty, thick vine. Like, she slashes the scimitar at it, but it's like it's thick and hefty, and it just can't cut through. And yeah, she's gonna keep trying to do that. Undril.
Okay. Right. Where is she? There she is.
Actually, wait. Sorry, I think she gets an offhand attack with disadvantage when she's using melee, and that doesn't hit, so never mind. Undril.
Okay.
You make 2 attacks, but the second is disadvantage.
Okay, she's going to run over to the Dabber, whatever her name is. Would she...
The
is that opportunity?
Dabber?
You what?
Is there going to be an opportunity strike? It looks, I don't know. It seems a bit just out of range, but I'm not sure.
I mean, she can run like onto the top,
Yeah, slightly. I mean, she's got
on
an
and
additional
around the
point,
top.
just to
You're
avoid
out
the
to be
insects.
Yeah. Oh my God, Sam's been eaten by a giant monster.
Whoa! Okay,
Uh,
and going to do, I think, a level 2 Divine Eminence, which is an additional 4d6 radiant damage to a mace hit.
Okay. Go for it.
These hits, otherwise I've wasted. No!
No,
I burned a
in
level 2
blind
spell
fury,
slot.
she just swings down and it slams into the ground, and there's an eruption of like grass, dirt, and mud.
Okay,
As the queen just like dodges out the way.
okay, that's turn.
Yoka.
I'm going to go here.
Mhm.
And
That hits. Yeah, I only have an AC of 12.
oh, nice. That's 12.
Alright. So the you watch as the swarm is like great as you like swing down and slash into the swarm repeatedly, it's greatly diminished. But there's still a few left. Alright. Okay. It is Oscar's turn.
Okay. Hmm. So it's just the insects. Is there any children I can see?
They are like, I mean, if you can't see them, then you can't see them. But they would be about 160 feet away.
It's not like I'm desperate to kill the children. I just don't want them finding reinforcements.
You don't want them to come back like that Lord
Jaws
of the Rings
3.
game.
Yeah. Is that the queen still there? Is she still about?
Yeah, she's still alive. She's hanging
And-
in there.
Then I'm gonna try and shoot her.
Okay.
Are that queen?
You're that quick.
Me
Yes.
mean something fit serious.
She is not a queen.
Do not away.
Spit on the false queen.
Fit on you.
Yeah,
22
boy.
hits.
I think it's with disadvantage because he's over 80 feet away, or he would move.
Oh, that is true. It's
Or
with
he'd-
dis.
Yeah.
Oh
Actually,
no.
no, he would just move closer, then move off the tarp again.
I don't know if he would do that.
What do you want me? I can roll again, or I can rep on and say I moved.
Oh, were you gonna move it afterwards?
Do you know what? I've never used a bow before in D&D, so.
Yeah, it's got a range of 80 feet for the
Yeah.
like maximum without having to roll with disadvantage, and you're 90 feet away, so you could just
Okay.
move 10 feet closer, shoot, and then move back again.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Alright.
Gonna move.
4 points of damage. Okay. The arrow sinks into her back, and she is incredibly wounded, but just hanging on.
All right, let's see if I can land another attack this game.
After she's dead, let's go and chop that rope just to see what happens anyway.
Yeah, all right.
No.
Yeah, don't be
Probably
silly.
loads of
Why
sweets
would I-
under there.
Why would I land any more than one attack in a combat session?
I mean, 10's a respectable number against, like, I don't know if there were zombies again this session.
Zombies or gelatinous cubes.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me.
But out of the mounds of earth, gelatinous cubes appear.
Let's just assume that Octopus is on over his eyes so he can't see.
Ah.
This happens to me. It always happens to me.
Alright. So,
Captain
one
Will
thing.
Wheaton.
Killed one thing in like 10 rounds of combat.
it is now the swarm's turn.
The bees.
So first off, Oscar, as you're running around on the mound of earth, you begin to feel like this kind of low rumbling below you. And you look
Ooh.
down and behind to see a number of swarms appearing from behind you. They're both going to run over.
Finally, use an unarmed strike.
So they are interestingly. So they have to attack. So they have a range of 0, so they have to be in your space to attack you. So they are both in your space, which means you kind of can't see them. So they're in your space, but for the purposes of being able to see the tokens, they're there on the map.
They all up on me. I get it. I get it.
I guess you can be like this.
I'll
And
have in your business.
they're both swarms are going to try and bite you.
Oh, these bees must all be
That's a 20
ladies.
to hit.
No.
Oh dear, that's a lot.
It's
And they're going to do another bite. 8 to hit.
Oh, thank God that was 8 to hit.
So the 2 swarms on the top are going to head towards Durfrick, as you're the closest available target.
What punch
With full dashes, they get up to there. Because they only
Okay, but they
only have
can't.
the speed of 20 feet.
Mhm.
Actually, no, sorry. That swarm's going to run and try and hit Undrill, because she's a bit closer than Yoka. Undrill takes 13 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit. She's on
She's on
9.
low.
She's
Okay.
on 9.
And the greatly diminished swarm is going to attack you, Yoka. Oh, with a natural 20. Thankfully, this is the diminished swarm, so they have half the number of dice when they attack. So you take 10 points of piercing damage. Because, yeah, if that was a normal swarm, that could have been like 20 damage.
Just look over at her screen to see she's on 1 HP.
And those are the swarm's
Yeah.
turn. It is Azaka's turn, and seeing the swarms erupt from behind where Oscar is, she's going to run back. And she's going to make 2 scimitar attacks against them. Ooh, 17 hits, so one of the swarms has a number of insects cut away for 9 points of slashing damage. Durfrick.
Okay, right.
On the off note, I really like swarms because they have, like, they take the bloody mechanic from 4th edition and turn it into a real mechanic where under half hit points they're just less effective. For reference, the swarm to your right, the one I'm pinging, Dan, that one is diminished, so because there are
Okay,
fewer
so-
insects, it's weaker.
Yeah, is it better to have more weaker ones or
Just less
take one
overall.
out? Or just less overall? Probably less overall, so yeah, I'm gonna attack the one which is smaller with my axe.
Go for it.
Come on.
You
Oh shit.
no, you like swing down and you like the sword
I'm
just
so-
kind of goes around the blade.
I'm literally surrounded by them and I can't hit any.
Yeah.
Okay. How many rounds of combat have we had?
I think this is round 5.
Oh, is that it?
Started.
Okay, that's fine.
At this point, all of the children are basically off the map and like just running into the forest, past branches, foliage. They're all trying to hide. They're all way away. If you wanted to pursue them later on, you could potentially try to, but for the time being, they're just kind of gone out of the
No.
combat.
No longer there.
Scales.
At the risk of shooting an arrow straight at Oscar just because he's surrounded by bees, I'm gonna
Just
run
want it
over.
to be bees.
I'm gonna bite them bees.
All right. Are those? Is that this stack or this stack?
I'll go with these guys.
Oh, okay. Go for it. Make a bite attack.
Bite.
$18 hits.
Oh, that's not bite with. I'll have to roll my extra sneak.
The sneak, sneak attack does work with the bite.
Yeah.
Nice.
Take 9 points damage. So the swarm is greatly diminished as you just start like
Eating them.
you find dinner basically.
Is it like Skyrim where he's just regenerating hit points just by shoving loads of bugs in his mouth?
Actually,
Yeah.
if I kill the bugs, I do regenerate hit points.
You do.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's not a great deal left in that swarm. But it's just going. Cool. On Queen's turn, she is going to again try and make a scimitar attack against the vine, and can't hit it to save her life. And she is then going to make a scimitar with disadvantage against the vine, and she just hits it with a 10 because 10's what she needs.
I wish I could hit
So
stuff.
you watch as like the vine is cut and the rope. So the vine is tied to a rope which leads up to the bent tree, which leads down to a rope in the camp that splits and is tied to all of the outside points of the wooden beams that make up the base that's tied to the tarpaulin. I'm just going to delete some dynamic lighting so that if you look up to the top right, you can see how it functions.
Yeah, the gas fault.
And you watch as basically all of the trees just kind of like pull together in this tight bundle, and there is a rushing noise. This swarm is caught up in it. It's going to make a dex save. I think it's DC 15. Yeah, it's a DC 15 exactly. So, and you watch as basically all of the tents, all of the bodies within the tents, are just bundled together, like formed into a tight ball that's flung just off overhead through the forest out of sight. As the bugs save, they take half damage from that, which is 11. So that's
a lot
there's
of
some
dice.
bugs. There's some bugs left alive in there.
That's a low roll. That's a low roll as well. What would be the point of that though? Because they would all just fucking die anyway.
Oh,
Well,
don't worry, logs are squishy.
Well, the point is like they use it to locate the camp and run away. It's like they can run away, but then the camp gets destroyed, so they would rather like hurl the camp somewhere else, fix it, and then survive.
I get that.
So the children might find the camp. Follow the camp and we'll find those children.
Well, yeah, you can see that the children are running in the direction. Like all the children are run off in the direction the camp was flung.
Your last mistake.
There will be no escape for you, children.
And yeah,
Goodness.
it's like flung, and about 15 seconds pass, and then you just hear this crash, like deep into the jungle. Having done that, she's like, and she's gonna run 30 feet that way. She can't disengage. Can goblins bonus action disengage?
She used her bonus action to do an offhand attack, so no.
Well, no, it's just multi attacks.
Oh, is it?
Nice. Yeah, because yeah. That's the one for Yoka, but it's the same on all goblins. Yeah, nimble escape. They can take the disengage or the hide action as a bonus action. So she's going to disengage and run in the direction the camp was just flung, because she's got babies to feed, and she's the last surviving adult. And
Not long.
We've got babies to kill.
and with that, it is Undril's turn.
Yeah.
She's still on the map though, right?
Yeah, she's still on the map. It's only 30 feet away.
But
Oh, dear.
she moves like. She doesn't dash. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
she
was
can't dash
confused.
as well.
I thought she was dashing away, but I guess she would want to survive more than she'd
Yeah.
want to.
Is Undril gonna? Would Undril go after the goblin at risk, or at the risk of taking an opportunity attack?
No, because she's only got 9 health, and from what the hit she took last time.
But is that rational, Undril, or
How
is
much
that
does she
angry
hate
Undril?
goblins?
It's alright, guys. I'll
Yeah, does
get
she
the
hate
goblin on my
goblins
turn.
I mean, does she hate the people that killed the camp?
Yes, she does. You're right.
And old people, she really hates them.
Old people, children, Batiri, she hates all of the
Cripples.
commonly discriminated against folk.
Does she have healing word?
She has healing word. Yes.
Is that prepared?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm on 1 HP.
She could healing word disengage.
Healing word and disengage, or healing word and sacred flame.
True. Oh yeah, sacred flame as well. Actually, that's not bad shit.
Okay, healing word at. You're very low. Yeah, you're on 1. So I'm gonna.
I am that low.
I'm gonna cast that at level 3 then.
Okay. So which
so-
spells does Undril have prepared?
Well, I mean, we haven't really gone through it because there's a lot of different things. I just sort of did it as a cleric, and I don't think you really. I wasn't really sure.
It's level
But
plus wisdom mod, so at 5,
So she's got 8, yeah. 8
Uh,
prepared.
technically up to 8, yeah.
Okay. Why have I done so many? Oh, I did 8 plus that plus whatever she had, so I can undo.
That's fine.
We always have
After-
create and destroy water
I don't think there's a single cleric that doesn't have healing word prepped at all
Yeah.
times.
in North.
I don't think she would have Prayer of Healing prepped, because...
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'll undo that. Like we can assume that she doesn't have prayer of healing and a lot of it.
That's
But I think I always have healing word ready.
Alright, we'll go for it then. You can cast
Cast
the
it at level
Yeah.
3.
on Yoka.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Why is it rolling so many dice? Oh,
Uh,
does it do it with advantage effectively or something?
It's the higher level cast, and then it's the base spell below.
Okay,
So you heal for 11.
nice.
11.
And then gonna try a sacred flame on that one, whatever her name is.
Stab, grab, stab,
Grab stab.
mab.
Yeah, gonna try a sacred flame, so that's a deck save.
She passes, I think, with 16.
Yeah. Baka.
Yoka. Go for 11 just misses, unfortunately.
Action surge then.
Okay. And a 13 does hit.
That is 11.
So the remainder of the swarm are just carved away in a flurry of blows.
Yeah.
And Oscar's like, that's my thing.
he looks angry.
Are you gonna move at all?
Do I want to move? Nah, I don't want to move.
Alright.
I'm good where I am.
Alright, Oscar, it's your turn.
Yeah.
I like the insects in like a cartoon style, like what you do and you knock their heads
These are
went
insects.
around.
Insects here I'm gonna go for.
Alright, the below ones, go for it.
Yeah. I was gonna get.
Just a few of those left.
Can I? Because
Well,
my
I mean,
bow. Up until this point, my bow is in my hand. So can I drop my bow and get my staff out?
Yeah.
And that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna staff them. Yeah.
22 hits.
I'm so salty for some reason. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be, but I'm so fucking salty.
And I'm also
Uh,
going to do an unarmed strike.
Well, that kills the remainder of the swarm.
Then I'm not going to do an unarmed strike.
Does it have to be on the same target?
I was hitting the ones underneath. Is that?
Yeah, but it's like you can surely do an unarmed strike against a different target, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other ones that are left alive, I'll unarmed strike them.
Slap those flies out the air.
Pa, pa, pa.
Ooh, that one. Yeah, it doesn't quite hit.
No. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Killed some bugs. Scratch
Right.
one bug.
Cool. That's your turn, Okrin.
Okay. I will use my full movement to run up to here. And then I will use Hexblade's Curse on the old lady.
This is your destiny, Okrin, to kill her.
So when I have, so I've already got the Hex, which is like the very small swarm of like very tiny black birds like flying around them, and I cast Hexblade's Curse on her as well, and it kind of it's like now a massive swarm that like piles together and just forms like a single raven that's like flying around and bugging her.
Nice.
And then I'll fire a Hexblade's agonizing blast, and roll more than a 5. Watch. Barely.
13 does not hit on board.
For fuck's sake, Jesus Christ. Whatever. I'll get an X10.
Alright.
You're saving all your lucky rolls for later. That's what it is.
I haven't had a
Yeah.
good roll since the start. I rolled 2 things and I got more than 20, and then I haven't had more than 14 since then.
That's why you save your luck.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
wasted it.
Just choose to not roll so well early on.
Fact.
That's my
That is
turn.
how it works.
So wait, that swarms off the map. Because that flung over. One swarm's gonna try and bite Undrill. Takes 15 points of piercing damage.
She down.
Undrill goes down. The second swarm is going to try and bite Oscar.
No, leave me alone. Yeah.
Azaka is going to run up, and she is going to make 2 scimitar attacks against the swarms. Boom, boom. Hits, so it takes 14 points of slashing damage, and you watch as the majority of the swarm is just carved away, and there are not a great deal of them left. Oh, sorry, there's one more swarm next to Durfrick, so they're going to try and bite you.
Damn you! Yeah.
But they are a reduced swarm, and they miss. Speaking of Durfrick, it's your turn.
Okay. I get those stupid bees left. Yeah.
It's
I
just
hit
become
them.
a thing that they're bees now, hasn't it?
Oh, you said they were bees.
No, they're ants.
Stupid bees.
Stupid bees, as you smash the ants.
Hey, have a look at these bees, brother. They're really weird.
these damn ground bees.
Okay, and then
Yeah, the remainder of the swarm's destroyed.
cool, and then I use my movement to run over there.
Okay. Scales, it's
Okay.
your turn.
Bee biting.
Dr. Bees.
Or DBs.
$12 hit.
A 12 just hits, yeah.
10.
10 and plus sneak attack damage. Oh, that's including sneak attack damage. So yeah, you like as Azaka's hacking away at the bees and the scimitar's driven into the ground, some of them would like just fly up into the air. You're just like catching them in the air and just like biting their heads off one by one to the point where there's about like there's just one big ant left. You grab it and just like and just crunching it, and like shards of shell are just pouring out of your mouth.
Tasty bees.
Just bee bits shooting all everywhere. all over
Fucking
Oscar.
ants!
Because my lips aren't too good either.
It's like, oh no, the stingers on these bees when they're just.
And I gain some temporary hit points.
Yep. So yeah, you gain a few temporary hit points. Also, make a Constitution check for me.
Saving throw.
Saving throw is fine. Yeah, 14. Okay. The grab stab. She's running, and she is dashing. So she is technically 30 feet off the map.
Can I still see her?
Yeah.
Thank fuck, I've still
And
got one more chance.
Next turn, she'll make it into the forest proper. And attempt to hide. I need a death saving throw from Undril.
Okay.
As the
Do I just do con check?
no,
I don't know where her death save thing is.
It's just a straight d20.
Is it not Constitution?
No.
Death save. Oh.
Death saves
Okay.
it's just a straight d20.
Okay, fair enough. I've never done one. Well, I've done one.
10. She has one success.
Good, good.
Yoka.
But are these still alive?
Yeah, it's still a full swarm, uninjured.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try
Mhm.
to kill them.
Go for it.
Nice.
Nice.
24 hits.
Oh, crap. Oh well.
7 points piercing damage.
Seven.
So you begin to carefully strike bugs off of the prone Yoka as they're just starting to crawl all over her and getting in under her armor, and just coating the body.
Is she like? Am I allowed to stand on top of her while she's on the floor?
Technically, the bugs are in her space with her,
Okay.
but I'm just leaving them next to the thing so you can actually see the token, because Roll20 doesn't do very well with tokens sitting on top of each other. Oscar.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yep.
He knows.
So the queen is getting attacked by Yoka at the moment, right?
No, it's
Where is? Where's the queen?
Where is that queen?
No, 30 feet off.
She's far.
Oh,
I can still get her though.
It's better to do an attack with disadvantage than nothing, though.
True.
Better to have attacked and missed than never have attacked at all.
Your move's
Barbarian
40
proverbs.
alone.
One of one.
Better to fight something than to have not fought something.
you see, I've got nothing to attack, but I can
Apart from
dash. Huh?
Well, you could try and do a disadvantage, like
Well-
short
well-
bow against her.
I can use dash, and then I can use a key point to dash, right? So I can
Wow,
dash.
yeah, chase her down.
Yeah, I forgot about key point.
You can dash.
So,
Dash.
what's my dash speed? Is it double
So
my?
it's 30 as
Yeah.
base speed, and then if you dash, it's another 30, and then if you dash again, it's another 30. So that's 90 total.
Don't you have unarmored movement as well? So it's more
Yeah,
than
so
that.
it's
Oh, what's
So
your
it's-
base speed?
40.
So it's 120 total.
Ooh, okay. Let's see how far that.
Ito.
Let's see how far that will get me then.
You can definitely keep up with her, that's for sure.
So it's there.
Bloody hell.
He's just like
I just see like
in 6 seconds he moves 120 feet.
Yeah.
Is she in range of me?
Uh,
But that's your turn.
For
Well, you've used everything.
But I used the key point. Is dash your like action and your attack all in one?
Well, if you use your key point to dash, then you would have 80 feet. If you're using your action to dash as well, then it's 120 feet.
Okay, so I think so I can't attack, right? Because I used both just to
Yeah,
get as
you've
close.
used your action to dash and your bonus action to dash again with the key point.
So
I feel
you'd either
like
have to move 40 back or do an attack or stay with it.
hmm,
But being that close, like you're now what, like 50 feet away or something?
so I can move back and fire with disadvantage.
Essentially.
Is that all right? I can do that. That's not too.
40 feet brings you back to roughly where Undril is.
So move there. Okay, I will try and roll into a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage because of the range.
Cool. Okay.
Gives you an extra 30 feet off the map. You need to be a 17.
Come on, inside.
No, unfortunately the arrow just goes wide and like slams into the ground by her feet.
I really hope it hits a child or something.
The children are even further gone.
Oh. Okay.
Even worse.
They've had like 3 more turns to just run.
I think I'm still close enough that I can get her next time, maybe.
Potentially.
Next time you said she was going to hit the tree line there, right?
On her next turn, she'll hit the tree line, and it'll be harder to hit her.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm done. No, thank you.
Okay. Okrin.
I run over to here. And I miss again. I miss again.
Fulfill your destiny.
I fire
Do
a
it.
hex. Do it.
Oh,
Alright. Alright, yeah. Without damage because she was on 1 hit point.
I'm rolling it anyway,
Oh,
Jack.
really?
Yeah, she was on 1 hit point. She was 1 hit point away from setting up a new tribe somewhere.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh.
But there goes the grab stab tribe.
Your
Yeah.
children will die scared and alone.
So it's like
Consumed by zombies in the night.
so it's like the black like ethereal raven is like flying around and pestering her, and then it just like nosedives into her mouth, and she stops in place, and then I just hit her with the agonizing blast in the back. Just, oh.
So, yeah, and you watch as she just like almost like vomits out this projectile like black shadow. And I actually can't get to the X because of how it's dead, but yeah, she is dead.
Nice. And then
Me as Oscar, I look around and I wonder, have we done a good thing today?
Well, there's still another swarm of bees which are threatening to kill Undril.
The ants are going to.
I move
I
my
think-
hex. I move my hex onto the ants.
Okay. The ants are hexed. And they're also going to bite Undril with advantage. And what's Undril's max health?
It says 5d8 plus 5. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't have the thing here anymore. I think it's 28. I went off 28.
Where is it?
It's like 4.5 times 5 rounded up, plus 5.
9, 18, 23. Yeah, 28. I'm just gonna. That's weird that it's disappeared.
Yeah, because it used to. I swear it used to be on there.
Yeah. All right, I'll put it back. Okay, cool. So because that doesn't do her entire hit point pool in one attack, then it doesn't outright kill her anyway. But she takes 2 failed death saves.
Okay.
But I hope we fucking kill these bugs and stabilize her in the next round.
Oh yeah.
Azaka is going to run round to get a shot, and she's going to go longbow. Wham, wham. Both hit. and the swarm takes 8 points of damage and is diminished.
Okay.
Frick.
Just one. Is there anything I can do to try and stabilize?
You can make a medicine check as per stabilization rules.
I'm not probably gonna. I'm gonna try and kill the swarm. I think I stand a better chance of doing that right than
How do you
stabilizing.
when it's someone else's turn? Because I'm literally standing next to her.
You have to do it on your turn. It's an action.
And yours is after. Okay.
It is a DC 10 medicine check.
Yeah, I've got like 55% chance of failing, so I'm gonna try and hit the
Swarm.
bees.
The ground bees
Yeah, yeah.
that
bloody
live in the
ground bees.
mounds of earth.
The ground bees that don't have wings.
Fuck,
eight-
why wasn't it the other way around?
Yep. Well,
That's the way it goes. Huh?
Not that.
Oh, I didn't say. Yeah,
No.
that was my fault.
Scales.
Go ahead, reckless.
So
It's pretty strong.
I can move, and then use my cunning action to dash.
Yep.
Right. Does that mean I can do a regular dash as well?
Yep.
I can do that to get over there, but I can't really do anything. Can I?
No. If you action bonus action, that's your whole turn with the movement.
I'll get over there for now then.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Also, 120 feet in a turn seems pretty fast, but I just looked it up and Usain Bolt could do like 240 feet a turn.
So 120 feet in around, that's just like a normal dude.
It's
But
like
that's
10
like-
miles an hour or
Yeah.
something.
But that's him hitting his like max. That's him going at his maximum speed, like not going from 0 to whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So in a way, I'm more impressive than Usain Bolt.
In a way.
I'll take that.
Usain Bolt would be like a level 3, level 4 maybe.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I need a death save from Undril.
you can do it, Dan.
Oh, she might just outright die now.
Oh shit, she dead.
Oh, Dan!
Undril dies
Oh,
as the ants swarm over her, and she bleeds out on the floor.
death by
Shit.
bees.
She died a hero, killed by bees trying to kill children.
That's how I want to go.
Oh, dear.
I'm gonna
Quite ignoble.
I'm gonna attack the ants.
Okay. "16 hits, yep. And 7 is their remaining hit point pool, and they are just cut away. Just a second too late, as Undril is slain.
Well,
So most of the camp is gone, flung away by the contraption. The goblin children have scattered into the forest, but the matriarch of the tribe lays dead. Most of the bodies of the Batiri were flung away as they got pulled up into the tarpaulin. Undril has fallen, and
Can't get up.
can't get up.
I feel like this is my fault. If I'd noticed there were those ants there instead of trying to kill that witch. Poor girl.
Anyway,
Can I collect arrows? Because I've only got 6 left.
Should have
You
used the
can
magic juice.
you can collect arrows, yeah.
Is there a certain amount of arrows I can carry, or is there only a certain amount you want to give?
You reclaim half the arrows you used.
Okay. So
Is my javelin that I chucked because I think one of them would have got chucked away. Like one of them
Yeah,
would have
one
been
of them
in the
would've-
tarp,
One of them,
but the one that I threw at the bugs. Should
unless you want to go find that, yeah.
I'm not that attached to a javelin, so no.
Yeah.
But there was one that I chucked at loads of bugs. I'm assuming I can find that. I think it was around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
These Bateri didn't have any ranged weapons then.
They had slings and
Are those
stones.
strength based?
They are. I believe they.
Just because that might be good for me, having more strength based weapons.
Yeah.
Not as manly as a javelin, though.
No,
Yeah.
but it's good to have backups. Also,
If they're dex based, I can have one.
oh, I mean, to be honest, I'll have them either way. Just curious.
I see.
I want them. They're mine.
They came to me.
I think as it's a thrown weapon, it can use dexterity. It uses strength as base.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take one of the slings and pick up any of the small rocks they sort of had as ammo.
Okay. So yeah, you gather. You can gather like a dozen, 2 dozen small rocks. There's plenty just lying about as well.
You never know when you might see stones again.
Floating down the river, like, well.
Okay.
Can I go check
So
the
did you
mod?
say how many? Did you say sorry? About 12.
As many as you want, really, because they're just everywhere.
400.
I'm gonna say 20 for the sake of arbitrary numbers.
10 kilos worth, please.
So, Okrin, you head up to the fallen grab stab, just within arm's reach of the nearby forest, and start pouring over the body. She is wearing like a thick hide leather armor. She has a long scimitar on her. This kind of this like small charm that looks like it's made from like lots of bones, just like carved in intricate ways with like these kind of rough runes scrawled into them. Around her neck, she has what looks like it's like a silver chain, and on the base of it is I wonder if there's a picture of this. Sorry, there might be a thing for this. No, there's no image for it, but it's like this bronze and like pale blue metal. I don't know if you know what that is. Make a history check. It looks like adamantine. And in the back of it, there are rough scrawlings in a language. What languages do you speak? Common Celestial Giant. It is written in Common.
Cool. Were you expecting a player character that didn't speak common? My character only speaks.
I asked and then I checked, and as I was checking, I was like, "Oh, it's in Common." It says Vorn. It has the word Vorn etched in it. VORN.
The name of a favourite daughter that we killed.
Do I recognize it as the name of any deity or any sort of well-known figure?
No.
No. Okay.
That's not a name you recognize.
I take the necklace and I put it on.
Okay. You wear the necklace.
Should I put adamantine necklace?
Yeah. Adamantine necklace. Name of Vorn on it.
Can I investigate the body of the dead orc whose name I forget?
Undrill?
Undrill. Just to see what she's got on her? I'm sure she'd want us to have her stuff.
So Oscar, you're gonna just start pouring over the body.
Shall we say in a respectful manner?
Yeah. I say we should prepare her for burial, and then I start going for her stuff.
We need to remove her shoes.
No, well, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't want her. I just want to see if she's got any gold or
As this, I say, just like, if only I'd been more savage in my attacking, she might be alive. I am going to be much more reckless in future.
Wink.
I mean,
Wank!
So,
she still would have failed her death save, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean,
so on her possession
That's true.
has a shield that is emblazoned with the image of oh god, what's it called? The
gauntlet.
iron gauntlet, the metal gauntlet. Where are you?
I think it was Iron Gauntlet.
I feel like
Uh,
we should return this to our comrades at Camp Vengeance. Fury.
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Camp Revengeance.
We'll probably return her body as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, we gotta paddle it. We're gonna be a person down.
Bodies float, just tights the boat.
No, mind you, actually, she might start stinking pretty bad after.
Use a long rope.
We-
What's that behind you, stranger?
you get there, it's just like a bloody pole on a rope. Like, what's this? Oh, it's your friend.
Don't you recognise her?
Have you seen the
We're
episode of like
heroes.
Next Generation where they find Tash and her sister like, oh, did she die a good death? And they're like, no, it was a pointless death.
No, she
Oh.
died trying to. Well, I suppose it was bugs that got her rather than. The
Yeah,
betrayal.
she was killed by ants.
Killed by ants on a
Killed by
mission to
bees.
kill children.
On a crystal killed by bees.
Yeah, it's the Order of the Gauntlet. So she's got a shield with the silver iron fist of the Order of the Gauntlet emblazoned on it.
Mhm.
She has chainmail. She has a casting focus, a holy symbol that has just an iron fist on it, same as the Order of the Gauntlet. She has 8 days of rations left. She has 10 uses of insect repellent left. She has things like a water skin, rope. What else? She has a vial of what looks like black ink.
Give that to Okrin.
And within her pouch, she has 87 gold pieces
Money bags.
I mean,
and what looks like a knuckle-sized diamond.
Wow.
this is just me, but I think we should take the food and the water and the insect repellent, but I do think we should return the rest, including golden jewelry, to the camp she was going to. Then they might reward us a little. Don't give me that face, Scales. You put that face away.
Why? What does a corpse need a diamond for?
Well, it could go to her family. I think we should return it and be good, but
If it was
you lot-
anyone else that had died, revivify, but nope.
yeah.
You said she had a symbol, like not just a holy symbol, like something beforehand, like of the Order of the Gauntlet.
She has a necklace with the symbol of the Order of the Gauntlet, and she has a holy symbol, which is separate. The holy symbol is for let me see if I can find a thing for what it looks like.
So I don't want a holy symbol because I've got my own business with that, but I might take the necklace and pop that on.
Yeah, the holy symbol is
Remember it.
Wearing it?
is a symbol of the god Torm, who you've heard
Okay.
about before. He is like the lawful good, fucking like wade into the valley of death to smite all evil type.
So to be clear, Dan, you're looting the body of our recently dead comrade to wear her jewelry.
He's taking her jewelry. I want the
No, that's
diamond
not
then
true.
if he gets
No.
jewelry.
It's
No, no.
It's not because I think it's of value. It's because it's.
Maybe I don't think it's diamond as a value.
It's like Aragorn wearing braces kind of thing. You're still a thief. You're still a thief, but it's okay.
If she has family, then I will gladly give it to them. But for now,
I tell you what I do, as it was me looking over the body, I get the pouch in my hands, I walk over to Ocarina and I say, "Oi, you god boy, you seem the most righteous. I think you will do the right thing with this. Watch yourself around scales."
It's the right thing with what?
What is it he's giving? What are you giving me? Sorry.
It's a pouch of 87 gold and a fist-sized diamond. It
Knuckle.
was
Knuckle-sized diamond. Big difference.
So- head-sized
True
diamond.
resurrection diamond.
Sheep-sized diamond.
It was.
As
on
we've
the
established, she is the diamond, guys.
It was on the body of Undril.
Okay, cool. I just take it and do like a quick bow. I also at this point pull out my quill, Jack,
Uh-huh.
and a bit of paper, and I just start writing on it.
Okay.
And now, as I'm finished looking around, I've got arrows and I've looted the body, so I'm just going to meditate to get some key points back. Until we're ready to go.
Okay. Cool.
I'd like to
Uh,
rest as well.
Yeah, Azaka is kind of conflicted about the whole thing. Yeah, so she's like,
It's like
I didn't want to do this, but we decided as a group, and Undra really wanted to do this, but it's still really unfortunate.
It sucked.
Yeah. But with that, do you guys want to take a quick bio?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Are we taking a short rest as well?
We can take a short rest, and also during the short rest, everyone goes up to level 3.
Huzzah!
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
Good time was had by all.
Oh,
Hot damn.